Hello everybody, welcome to the Bar Zone. Today I'm interested in people that are addicted on prescription drug addiction. I'm looking for people that once had Dr. Giachino as their doctor. I'm looking for people that have the same story, that they were abused for whatever they needed for painkillers by this doctor. I'm looking for people to come forward, and maybe we can gather together and find out. Maybe we can bring this doctor even down further for the 2 murders in the neighborhood. As you know, Anthony Catalano Jr. is missing, and also Michael DePhillips Jr. has been murdered. And there are a lot of things complicated to the murder. I want to show you something. It says Chicago Tribune. This is a journal from John Kass. I just want to briefly let you know about something about it says Michael DePhillips Jr. was a beefy electrician facing drug charges for prescription painkillers when he was found beaten to death December 23rd, 2009, Chicago. That's near the Grand and Harlem area. That's near Elmwood Park. Okay, now let's further down. But a few days after DePhillips was murdered, his sister Michelle was found something in the glove compartment. Okay, so what happened is, of his car, it was reported to authorities, so they know about this, was a prescription for 300 pills of narco. Okay, it's a powerful narcotic drug. Prescription so large that most physicians would deem it hideously excessive, and most detectives would find this extremely fascinating. What was truly amazing was the date of the prescription, January 4, 2010, a full 12 days after DePhillips' body was found. The prescription was from the office of Dr. Joesph Giachino, also known to readers of this column as, which is John Kass. Okay, I like John Kass. I friended him on Facebook. Go ahead and friend him. He's really nice. Okay, Dr. Million Pills. Just so you know, FYI, the Chicago Police Department calls him the Pill Doctor. He also, Kass knows him as Dr. Know-It-All. He is a tattooed, eared ring, 63-year-old physician. Okay? Alright, so now, this doctor, a little bit more about the doctor. This doctor, Giachino, Kass calls Millionaire Pills because the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration says he prescribed more than 1 million pills in 1 year and considers him one of the country's most prolific prescribers of oxycodone, Vicodin, and other medications. Each pill often resold on the street, then sold again to the Chicago area night spots, including Rush Street, famed Viagra Triangle area. It's a big business. Okay? So, the murdered electrician Phillips was arrested in 2008 after rolling into Naperville and charged with possession of narco and a pair of brass knuckles. Alright, so, okay, this last message is according to the testimony of the DEA, Mark Waltness at Giachino's state license hearing to the doctor was under federal investigation. 2 men were charged with federal crimes in connection with Giachino's prescription, but Giachino was never charged. Okay, well, he finally lost his license. The thing about it is, I'm looking for other people that know about any of this, knew if anybody was selling drugs, where they were selling, because in other stories, Joseph Fosco of American News Post have brought up the 2, like they're involved with this Giachino. The family of Anthony Catalano Jr. is unable to find any pill prescription connected to him. The police never found any pills, and when he was missing, the family doesn't know. They do know he was suffering from a back injury called spinal fusion. So according to them, he was once large, big. He was very big. The thing is that when I saw him a couple of years later, 2007, 2008, recently before he was missing. And he was reduced down to very, very skinny and frail. And I feel, and he was wired, I feel that he might have OD'd or something happened to him having to do with a drug addiction. If you go on YouTube or anywhere, people with drug addictions, they can OD anywhere at any time. Maybe somebody that was with him disposed of his body. It's obviously whoever knew him because they put his car, he had a Mercedes, strategically to fit an area where the cameras of Catalano's, where he lived, weren't able to pick up who put his Mercedes back. It's got to be somebody that he knew. Okay, wipe the fingerprints off. And the thing is that the Chicago outfit, they say it's Chicago outfit somewhere along the lines. Do you think they really act like that? It's got to be somebody you knew. And somebody close by. And I was thinking that perhaps Tony OD'd in somebody's basement. He was partying, somebody from the neighborhood. There's a lot of speculation. I saw somebody by the name of McRetta chasing around me, following around me. I think that he might have been nosing around me, having to do with the situation. I recently saw Phillips Jr. prior to that. So the thing is that what I'm trying to do is find people to come forward who have a drug prescription problem, who specifically had Dr. Giachino as a doctor. And we're trying to do this thinking that we could all get together and write an email John Kass. We get him to open up this case, because actually, frankly, our family, his family, Anthony Catalano's family, I'm trying to get them to check in Walgreens. They don't know anything about him connected to Giachino. Okay? And we're trying to figure out if that's an option as for a lead. Okay, and thank you, and I hope you come forward in my comments and maybe communicate Facebook friend John Kass and get him going and urge him to help us check to see if he has a way to check on records with the state that his family doesn't, to see if he had Dr. Giachino as a doctor. Thank you very much, the Bar Zone.